What's up, wonderful people? We are back on your screens with entertainment and trends right here on the News God, louder and prouder like never before. What have you seen on your screens this past week? What have you seen on social media this past week? This is what this show is about. This show is about us bringing to you the latest, the trendiest entertainment gossips that have occurred within the week, and we bring it, package it nicely with a little bit of sass and pizzazz from Nelson Kofi, and then we deliver it to you nicely. This is what I always say. So if you're interested in that, I know you're interested in that. What do you have to do? You have to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video to your friends, your loved ones. Bring them on board to the News God, and let's have this tea spilling party together, right? So without further ado, I'd like us to get straight into it. But before that, I'd like you to tell me in the comments how your week has been, how your weekend has been, like what's going on with you. I want us to be interactive, so let me know in the comments what's been happening with you. And I have been good, if you care to know. I could be better, but I'm good. So let's get on with it. So a lot of things have happened within this past week, but then one thing that has sort of dominated the trends, and as I speak to you right now, it's still in the trends, has been the TRENDZ, Bands, and Confession podcast that was aired this week. I don't know who is selecting the guests nowadays, but like whoever you are, you can solve Ghana's economic problems, okay? Like you should be on like a parliament sitting or something, deciding for the government what to do, because you are eating and you are eating that. Well, let's get back on track. So like I was saying, TRENDZ, Bands, and Confession has been trending this week a lot. Why? Let me break it down for you. So before the trailer, when the trailer dropped, that was when it started. So one of the guests, Adwoa, was seen shouting on top of her voice, screaming at another lady, saying, "How do you know that?" Ugh. Look, let's not get it fired up immediately. So let me just let you watch the video, and then we'll come back to this conversation. Let's watch the trailer.
What happened to love?
Yeah, I have to first love myself, because if I can't love myself, how I'm gonna love you? Child,
I knew you didn't have money before I moved to you. Okay, along the way, this brokey starts to act up, starts to talk to you anyhow, starts to have attitude.
you see, when you get to a point and someone is speaking broke, and if you can't provide for us, then I don't see why I should get into it with you. Because
okay, let me give you an example.
Give me an example.
With your relationship with Paradise. Okay, hold on.
Why is it my relationship?
why not?
You are literally taking care of this guy. What are you talking about?
How do you know I was taking care of him?
Bitch.
How do you know I was taking care of him? I was with Paradise, and it was Rosie. It was Rosie till I got to a point where he did something and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. We are done.
Wait. In all of this, I'm hearing, I just have one question.
Yes.
Because again, perspectives. Nobody should come from my head. But I hear you raising your voice and shit. I just need to ask. That whole thing was real?
Yes,
Exactly.
I did date Paradise.
From my perspective, it looked like a bunch of...
It is not fake. How do you expect?
And what?
Nobody's even talking about yours.
You're literally dying. You're literally dying.
It was a really reality show. It was a reality show. You were on TV.
So when that video dropped, you can imagine how tension was high on social media. Everybody came into the comments speaking their mind, calling Adwoa out for, sort of continuing to chase clout on this past relationship between Kofi Paradise and herself. Well, I'm saying allegedly what? Chasing clouds. That's what a lot of people came to say in the comments. Now let's get to the genesis of the issue. So Adwoa and Kofi Paradise had been in some sort of a relationship, and then things went sideways, and then they hushed it, brushed it up under the carpet, and decided to go their separate ways. Right now, Adwoa has been given an opportunity to be a host on TRENDZ, Bands, and Confessions, and it looks like over the weeks on each episode something comes up that has to involve Adwoa and Paradise. That seems to be the case nowadays. Like, it seems like nowadays every single episode we have to hear about Adwoa and Paradise, and honestly we are really tired about that, but that's what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about the issue of Adwoa and Paradise always in the media because of their past relationship. Can we let it go already? These are two young people who were engaged in something they have walked out of, and they've decided to walk away from personally and on the media as well. So can we let them do that? Can we let them let their past be in their past? Can we do that? But of course, since it's on social media, we'll talk about it. That's the thing. Since it's on social media, the people on social media will talk about it because that's what we do on social media, right? Now, it seems like it has become a norm to bully Adwoa on that set. I don't know. And I'm so surprised that even Kitty on that set, no shade to him or no disrespect to him, but it came off as most of the points she was trying to lay, he always had a way to, you know, debunk the points, if you get what I mean. And in some sort of way, it came off as a bullying thing, you know, and it just seemed a little bit distasteful for somebody who is just watching on social media. And that particular rant of Adwoa, I thought it was going to earn her like some sort of a backlash. But after it happened, and then we go into the comments and people are actually praising her for standing up for herself. When I saw that reaction, my immediate response to that was, that is uncouth. That is unladylike. Why are you screaming on top of your voice on sets? Don't do that. But you people are in the comments gassing her up, telling her that she stood up for herself. I'm like, hey, social media, like, I cannot trust you guys. 1 minute you are this, tomorrow you are that. But, you know, big ups to you guys for standing behind her and whatever. But that was just really distasteful for me. So now let's come back to the crux of the matter. Kofi Paradise, upon seeing the trailer, straight away jumped onto a camera, also coming to say his own. Like, is that how we do things? You there, let's watch the video.
Effort of the doubt again, let's move on. Because I went through hell with this girl. See, that video you people saw that Bongo I just posted, true. See, my brother, I've been able to save her ass for some time, my brother. That video Bongo I just posted, it was true. This girl never told me that she was with another man. See, me girl know what them want after me boxer shorts sleeping. Me girl know what them want. 1st January there, 1st week of January. Me girl know that what them want. I go here, boom, 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 boom. Midnight too. 6 a.m. So maybe midnight. But I did sleep inside. I hear the knocking from my head inside. I said, oh, me, then Tasha woke up. I was like, my girlfriend is here. Then boy, me na be damn panic. Oh yeah. If I do go bananas, oh, serious, you people from me can.
And when I tell you this video sent social media into an uproar, hey. Well, with this particular video, there was divided response, right? So people were supporting her for coming to speak his truth, just as Adwoa was doing on the show. And people are also, the other half of the people are saying that it is bitch behavior of a man to come and speak his mind about a relationship that is past, you know? But here lies the case. It seems the young man is constantly getting digged or, you know, tainted on that show every time an episode airs. So why wouldn't he be given an opportunity to come and also say his part? But also on the flip side, it looks like bitch behavior for you as a man to come and say something like that. Came on here to also speak on the top of his lungs. So that makes me say that what Adwoa and Kofi Paradise, you should have never broken up because you two are made for each other. The way you two like shouting there, you should have never broken up, right? Well, that's just. But what do you think? Do you think it was all right for Kofi Paradise to come and state his mind and sort of clear the air on the issue, or you think it is bitch behavior, I'm sorry, for him to come and do something like that? Let me know in the comments. I do not know what I am siding with, but I feel like a little bit of both is what I'm going to say. Like, it's okay for him to come and say something, but the energy with which he said it blew it out of proportion for me. So I don't know, this whole rants, bants, and confession thing is so entertaining. Something that, you can have your opinion that it's a waste of time, but if not for anything, that show gives you a perspective of the minds of women, how different women think. And you as a boy, you think you want to go for a girlfriend, you can watch this and know what they are thinking. So you know how to better adjust yourself and what sort of ladies to, go in for. And maybe you would not agree with me, but there are valuable lessons you can learn on that show. Talk about vocabulary, talk about wisdom. You cannot dispute the fact that these ladies have been, spewing some real facts on that show, But let's not drag it too much, okay? It is fine. Rants, bants, and confessions. This is what they've, caused the social media users to eat this week. And we ate it and we sipped on it. So let us know in the comments what you think about this particular trend, right? So this next issue that have occurred within the week is a little easing into, it's a little sequel to the Rants and Bants confession story. That's what I think. You know how it is okay for Adwoa to just go on the show and then speak her mind and everything is all right. But then Kofi Paradise goes on another show to go and speak his mind, and then it is seen as bitch behavior. The standards, I don't know, but it's not an even play for the two genders. Why is it okay for the girl to go out and speak her mind, but then the boy isn't extended the same grace, right? So Kobiche, I hope you know Kobiche. He is a Ghanaian social media influencer, a blogger, a journalist. He does a lot of things. He is starting this initiative he's calling the hashtag Boys Lives Matter Too initiative. So with this, he's trying to give you boys, or we boys, a platform or an avenue, to start our own discussions, to open up and amplify our voices on areas that our voices are mostly silenced or silenced. Like in this situation, why is Kofi Paradise not allowed to speak? So Koviche is opening the platform or opening the floor or the room to have these discussions. And frankly, let's have these discussions. Why are men so built on some sort of ego to just sit on their feelings and not communicate what they are feeling? Can we have that discussion? I can understand that it is rooted in societal standards and norms and blah, blah, blah. And let me be neutral because I'm the moderator here. So it wouldn't be fair to include myself in the situation because that would sort of not put me in a good balance. And I have to be unbiased when I sit in this seat, okay? So I'm going to be neutral here. And I'm going to say that why is it that the men are not accorded the same grace to feel, to break down, to express what they are feeling inside? And because of this initiative that Kobiche has started, a lot of people will sort of look into the statistics of, let's say, suicide. What are the suicide numbers? And if you look it up, according to WHO, men or males are, 2 times more likely to commit suicide than men. I don't know if I'm putting that statistic right or that data right, but what they are telling us is that in every 3 cases of suicide, or in every 4 cases of suicide, 3 of those cases are men. So that should tell you that there are things going on that men are facing psychologically, which they cannot express themselves about because of societal standards and norms. You are sitting on the guys, preventing them from talking. Why? And so Kobiche has started this initiative to allow the boys to speak their minds. I can give a very good example of a friend that I had, I still have, 5-6 years ago. His mother, who he is very close to, experienced a stroke. An emergency situation like that. And when he received the call right next to me, he was visibly shaken, but then he could not allow himself to break down. And, you could tell that this is something that is weighing on him so heavily, but he just had to pull himself together to not express the emotion that he was going through at that time. So you could tell that he was tight, like he was sweating, his body language was off, his facial expression, he just looked really gloom. Okay, sometimes when I sit on this chair, like my vocabulary gets mixed up. But yeah, help me in the comments with a word that I'm trying to look for. Yeah. So you see, if it was a girl, it's okay for her to roll on the floor. But it's a boy and he has to man up. So yeah, boys, we can talk about it. It's okay. We're human beings. You're human beings. You have emotions, and sometimes you are not always in control of those emotions, and it's fine. You're not in control of your hormones. You can't control your hormones. So allow yourselves to feel, express, but don't blow it out of proportion, because that will be weird too. Look, there's always a flip side to the story, okay? So express yourself, feel and everything, but don't blow it out of proportion. That's just what I'm trying to say. And I'm sure that we've spoken enough on that situation or that trend that has occurred within the week. So why don't we talk about something which has re-emerged in the media that has got people talking this past week. So it's the conversation about TGMA26 Artist of the Year. Now, in that category, there are about 8 nominees up for that award. But there seems to be attention on 3 particular artists in that category, as if the other 5, they are not included or they are not part. And that's a bit shady. That's a bit shady to just relegate them to, the lower class of I don't know if I'm putting that right, but, just subjecting them as the lower deserving nominees is just not sitting well with me. It's unsettling. Okay, so those 3 artists that are considered, the giants in that category, King Paluta, Stonebwoy, and King Promise. And we can all agree that those people have rocked the industry, made a lot of noise within the year under review, which is 2024. We agree, we accept it, so it's fine. Let's talk about it. So this past week, the conversation got really heated on social media, and I think it got sparked from 3 PR, I don't know if they are PR representatives of the various artists, or just, some, people who have a lot to say, just like me. But yeah, there are people from the camps of these artists who have come to amplify the works of their artists, which will make them, in better alignment to grab that award, which is the Artist of the Year award. So they started the conversation and social media was eating it up. And now my question is, the music, are these artists doing it to entertain their fans and get their money, or they are doing it to get awards? Can we have that conversation? Let me know in the comments what you think. I don't think there's a need for you to bring a PR representative to come and amplify your work, because we've seen your works. And it's up to us and the board to decide who should take that award. So you coming out with these reps coming to shout on top of their voices that my artist should be the one to take it, just makes you guys look no. Let me put this right, as respectful as possible. Just makes the artist look desperate. Can we talk about it? They may come off looking desperate because, Charlie, you don't have to do it. We've seen your work. And people, experts, are on the board deciding that, okay, 40% or 60%, I don't know how the balance works, but I know there's a portion for the public to vote, and then there's a public for, there's a portion for a percentage that would take the board's votes. So yeah, it is settled, we will vote. But I understand that some works of the artist may be overlooked. So there will need to be light shedding in that regard. But then here lies the case that PR representatives come out and it's like they want to fight each other. On top of Artist of the Year. You want to fight each other because of Artist of the Year. And now my thing is, after the person has been crowned, and then it's not any of those 3 artists. I think TGMA has the opportunity to do something really petty and shady over here. Let's just go and give it to Kweku Smoke. Ultimate Defe. Since y'all want to talk big about whose work has been what and not, let's just give it to somebody else since y'all just want to talk. You get what I'm saying? Stonebwoy, a whole legend. I don't need a representative of Stonebwoy's camp coming to tell me what Stonebwoy has done in 2024. I don't need it. But Charlie, I'm sure you agree or disagree with me. So you there, let me know in the comments. It's a discussion. It's not a one-way street, although I'm doing this alone. But hey, I'm talking to you. So let me know in the comments what you think. I think it comes off as desperate. And I don't want my favorite artist to come on here looking desperate. So you let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, so you know on this show we always do something we call the music spotlight. And on this segment, we talk about a recent release or an upcoming release that has, you know, taken social media by storm, or not necessarily, just to shed light and, you know, give the opportunity to other people to, you know, go and listen to the songs. So that is where we're at right now, music spotlight. And today we're putting the spotlight on our very own, hey, should I say our very own? Yeah, Nigerian Ghana, you know, we're sort of siblings. So one of your favorite, my favorite, Aya Star has teamed up with the amazing, the legendary, the talented, the iconic, it goes on and on, Wizkid, to release Give Me That. Look, when I listen to this song, let me not exaggerate. So the song is good. And I was just really disappointed that it didn't come with the visuals, because I saw a few excerpts of the visuals on social media, and that was something that I was so excited about. Hey, if you're listening to me, expect that video, Give Me That, by Aya Star featuring Wizkid. You should see what Aya Star is wearing. Something will, if you're, wait, hold on, I'm joking. Yeah, so yeah, she was looking really stunning and she really beautiful. And yeah, Wizkid was holding his part down. Wait, I don't think I saw Wizkid. That was in the art cover. But yeah, I saw Aya Star on the set of that music video, and then I think it's going to be amazing. So yeah, Aya Star, Give Me That featuring Wizkid. Go check it out. It's a beautiful tune. Yeah. So I think we're done. We've spoken quite extensively on the trends that have occurred within this week. Let me know what you think in the comments about this show. What can we do to make it better for you? Because like I said, it's not a one-way street. It is a conversation. We're talking to each other. I'm speaking, and I would want you to write down in the comments what you think, and we'll go on to respond to you and keep the conversation going, right? Like I always say, my name is Nelson Kofi, and this is Entertainment and Trends. I hope you have a blissful week ahead. Bye.